All right, whoa. All right, man, I got to get back on the road here. Got to get to work. Look at this morning traffic. Get out of my way. I have to get to work. What are you guys thinking? Come on. Bo! Get out of my way, you freaking white car, you grandma. Get out of my way. Oh, it's so hard to drive over here in the grass. No! Guys, I got... Oh, look at this highway wreck. Look what I did. Oh, my God. All these people aren't going to be able to get to work. Oh, my God. There's still collisions going on. I'm just going to try to make my way out of here. Guys, this is a game called Highway Junkie. This is a fun little game. Just launched today. $1.99 on Steam. That's right, guys. Just $1.99. I'll be back right after this to tell you guys what I like about this game and what I think the developer could improve on. We'll be back right after this. Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. This is it looks like a Unity game, but it doesn't come up with a Unity standard launcher. But this looks like a fun little game. Just getting started here, launching it my first time, looking at the settings here, check it out. We have volume. Now you have a volume up in the upper left you can control as well without having to come right to the settings. I like that a lot. Fastest through maximum, we'll just go ahead and stay on fastest. I mean, this is a racing game. Look at all these resolutions you have here as well. Tempted to increase the quality, but we're gonna go ahead and leave it at the default right now. Okay, WASD. Oh shit, I got a shift in this game. Left shift and left control the shift up and down. And oh my God, I got to hit the clutch as well. Q is clutch and backspace is to brake. Okay. Trying to get all this down. Looks like I'm gonna have to shift. Man, I wish there was like an automatic transmission or something like that. Maybe there will be an automatic transmission once we go to the game. Okay, we have languages, English and Russian here. Okay, so we can't go into an online game yet, but this game is in early access. Look at how we can change the color here. We can go to metallic. Cool. Now this is just the body. Why is start power making my color darker? That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's really weird. Yeah, this definitely looks like a Unity game. Okay, so we can change the wheels, the color, make it glossier. So you can control every aspect of the color of your car, but there's no like upgraded engines or anything like that here. It'd be really cool if they had like money that you earned, you know, like a lot of race car games, and you know, you could upgrade your power or your control or your tires or whatever. But what can you expect for $1.99? This is only a $1.99 game, guys. Again, just launched sometime this morning before I got up, and we're gonna go ahead and leave it red here, guys. Look at the creators right here. Doesn't show you any names. Just says if you want to give us your opinion and an email address. Alright, single race. Rules: for 5 minutes, drive as far as you can. Every meter gives you +1 point. End result is multiplied by your experience factor. That depends on the difficulty level. The damage is deducted from the total count. Race ends if you break the car or run out of time. Get as many points as you can. Arcade, semi-arcade, realistic, and very realistic, or something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. No cars here. Oh my God, guys. Man, this is, the controls are really good. I'm not liking that texture tearing or whatever it is up there in front of me on the road. Okay, this is, very arcadey, but the controls feel pretty solid. And I was actually trying to shift myself, but I'm seeing here that, you don't need to shift, guys. It does have an automatic transmission, so you don't need to worry about shifting. That's good. Because I'm going to be worrying about just not freaking crashing. Yeah. I'm sure if you learn how to shift and do it at the right time, you'll have a little more control, or probably, you know, keep your speed up a little more. But right now, I don't need to be going as fast as I possibly can. Anyway, I'm just, oh shit, trying to stay alive here. Okay, so the kilometers per hour in the bottom left Another option to put would definitely be to change that to miles per hour for those of us who live here in America and do miles per hour. Yeah, being able to switch between kilometers per hour and miles per hour would be a nice addition to the options, I feel like. This texture tearing or whatever it is on the road up there is driving me bonkers, though. That I feel needs corrected, but man, this is a fun little game. The controls are really good, at least in arcade mode here. We'll have to try out, maybe we'll try out the most realistic mode as well before this video is over. I'm liking the feel of the game, though. I mean, it feels a lot better than I thought it might, especially at the price tag of $1.99. I mean, this feels really fun. It really is quite a bit of fun. Taken away from the fun is that texture tearing in the road in front of me. For whatever reason, it is driving me nuts. I'm not clipping through cars or anything like that. I kind of wish the collision sounds when you run into a car were a lot louder. I heard a little bit of a smack, but I think you need to double your volume in the crash sounds, at least. We should hear it when you crash, and if you crash really hard, maybe even make the screen shake. That would be cool. The game doesn't have controller support right now. That would be a good addition as well. So I'm just trying to give the developer here, this is his first game on Steam. If I can give him something that I think will help his game sell better or be more fun, or, you know, be more enjoyable for the people that buy it, I'm definitely going to do that. I like the collisions, guys. Let's go ahead and try something, though. Let's go to video here. Resolution choice. Let's just go and change this to best and see if that helps with the clipping. I don't think it will. I think this is some kind of a texture deal in the game, but we'll find out. Back to game. Oh my god, those two yellow cars. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and restart here. Wow, it looks like that actually helped the texture tearing up there quite a bit. Alright guys, well, if you buy this game, if your computer can handle it, definitely start out on best or maybe even maximum resolution. Get rid of that texture. Yeah, I barely even notice it now. Much, much better. Alright. Okay, so I see the points I'm scoring down here at the bottom. Times 1. Times... Okay, so the last one has to be damage. I'm at 0.99 damage, okay. Kind of hard to figure out. 1 is, because I'm in the arcade mode, it would probably be a higher multiplier. If I was playing like the realistic mode, which would probably be a lot harder. Okay, to the developer, that's really hard to read when you're frantically racing between cars, reading those numbers and trying to equate that to how much damage you have done, etc. I would highly recommend that you put the 0.99 damage over to the side somewhere as in a health bar. Just make it a health bar and have it red when you're, you know, taking a lot of damage. When you've taken more than 50% damage or whatever, have it turn red. Have it be green starting out, and have it gradually change from like green to red. Health bar for your damage on the side would be much, much easier to read. Highly recommend something like that anyway. Get rid of all these numbers at the bottom. It's hard to equate those numbers into something usable while you're trying to weave between these cars. I don't think you need the times 1 as either as I like where the score is at. But maybe you could just put times 1 multiplier over on the side somewhere. So wherever you put the damage, you put the damage on the right hand side, put the times 1 multiplier, and also say multiplier. I would put times 1 multiplier in small letters over on the left hand side, for example. So put those on different sides of the screen, of whatever multiplier you're at, just the times 1 multiplier on the left, for example. Damage health bar on the right, and then make your points be bigger. Give us a bigger score in the middle bottom, like twice as big as it is now, and maybe a different color, like blue or green or whatever. But make those points stand out more. They should definitely be bigger and maybe even bold font or something. Also, add a comment to the score as well, because if you're at 25,000 or whatever, it's a hell of a lot easier to read it when it has a comma. So get you a comment in your score to show the, you know, the separation between how many thousands of points you have and how many hundreds of points you have. These are things that are going to help the visualization of people playing your game go a long ways. Very, very simple changes that you can make here. And I'm really liking the feel of this game, guys. As you can see, I'm kind of getting the hang of this arcade mode and weaving between these cars. This is a hell of a lot of fun. hell of a lot of fun. And I like the physics. I like how the cars get turned when you bump into the back of them. Obviously, visual things like, you know, once you get to a certain damage level, I think you should take more damage than you do right now. I know it's arcade mode, but yeah, I should be at least like 0.7 right now. I've wrecked several times. I'm only at 0.96. That needs to be harder. Yeah, I need to be taking at least 4 times as much damage. Multiply your damage, even on arcade mode here, by 4 or 5. Yeah, this is way too easy. Way too easy. In fact, I would start out increasing that damage multiplier right here by about 8 or 10. It needs to be way harder. So yeah, I mean, if I was at 10 times damage down at 60 right now, that'd put me at 60 health. That would feel about right. Maybe times 8. I would start off multiplying your damage by about 8 times, dude, and then go from there. I really would. This is just too easy. My damage needs to be way more for running into stuff. So multiply whatever your damage is right now. Multiply that shit by about 8. That's what I would say anyway. I mean, if you crash freaking 5, 6, 8 times or whatever in a race, your game should be over. Way too easy right now on the crashing. But I'm liking the feel of the game. You got the arcade feel of the game really well. I like the cars. I like how they're random, and you got to weave in and out between them. You got to slow down. Sometimes it's really tight squeezes, and this is the kind of shit that we always want to do when we're late for work on the interstate. You know, you want to drive like a freaking maniac like that, and it really gives you that feel like, hey, I need to get the frick home because whatever, I got to use the restroom. How many times? I want to know, you guys watching right now, you guys have been driving at some point in your life, as long as you're an adult. I want to know how many of you guys, I don't see the results here. How come I don't see the results? My result, okay, it's on the right, 11,500, but I'm not seeing the top 100. It's not reading any scores from Steam. Getting that working would be good here. But at least it shows my score from the right. That score needs to be way bigger, guys. Yeah. Also, make the background black so you can read it a lot easier rather than putting the score right over the highway junkie texture. Put a black background right behind it, right before your score is. Make it easier to read. These are all things that can help the visualization of your game. That decreases the screen. Yeah, but yeah, if you guys are watching my video, I want to know if you guys have ever been driving and you either had to take a crap really bad or you had to go piss. You had to urinate really bad. Let's go ahead and try the most realistic here and see the contrast between arcade and realistic. But let me know down in the comments below how many of you guys have actually increased your speed on a road trying to drive home or trying to get to a service station to use the restroom or whatever. How many guys have actually had that happen at least once, where you were speeding like a mofo to either get to a toilet, to take a poop, or to urinate, and you finally realize, you know what, this is stupid. I'm gonna have a wreck trying to get home to take a shit. If I shit my pants, I shit my pants, but I'm not gonna kill myself because I got to take a dump. How many of you guys have ever had a thought process like that, or seen yourself doing that, going way too fast because maybe it was somebody else in your car. Maybe it was, you know, your wife or your girlfriend or your kids that really had to puke, or, you know, maybe even puke or poop or pee. And you didn't want an accident happening in your car, so you found yourself speeding up and going too damn fast. You know, risking a wreck like I just had there. I want to know down in the comments below. Let me know, guys. I definitely want to know. The realism in this game here, I'm checking out kind of driving on the side. I liked how it restarted me as I got over there to the side of the road. It didn't let me, you know, drive off into space. That's a good thing. I want to go ahead and change my resolution to maximum. There is still a little bit of that texture tearing. I want to see if this completely removes it. And we're going to go ahead and restart here. I want to get a closer feel for the realism in this most realistic mode here. Alright. Yeah, it's a lot more skittish, guys. Like, arcade is very lenient on how much you swerve and everything like that, but look at this. This is fun. This is a fun game, and I can't help but think this game could be so much better with just a little more work and a little more attention to detail, and things like, you know, getting the damage bar on the right-hand side. I skid it out there. I really like that. And guys, I don't care. I mean, this is a game where it feels like the developer really tried to make a fun game. I don't care if you went out, if you've seen these asset cars 100 times or the free assets or whatever. I could care less if somebody uses free assets or assets we've seen 100 times in other games. As long as the game is fun, and as long as the engine, the code, and stuff like that is done by the developer himself, you know, he's not stealing code or just ripping off an asset off the Unity store, fine. I have not looked on the Unity store. I hope this is not another asset flip. If it is, I'm going to score it as 0 because you can't credit this developer for, you know, just directly flipping an asset kit from Unity over to Steam. However, I have a feeling this guy made this game himself. I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt. And if it is, guys, let's go ahead and grade this. This is fun. I like it, guys. $1.99. I really think that if he does some of the suggestions I said here, controller support, get that damage in a health bar on the side, you know, put that ×4 multiplier on the left-hand side, doesn't need to be down there with our score. Put a comment in the score, make our score a lot bigger, at least twice as big. And I like the score location, so keep the score down to the bottom, middle. I think that's a good spot for it. But get the ×4 over to the left, get the damage in a health bar over to the right. Increase your damage by about 8 times. Yeah, I mean, my damage right now is minus point. I don't know if that's the damage or not. I don't know where the damage is. Maybe that's not my damage, the last number there. I'm not sure where the minus 2.9 is. But get the damage fixed and put it on the health bar on the right-hand side so we can understand it and read it. Definitely a big suggestion there. Like I said, controller support, get your high score working. And if you're going to do online racing, if you can actually make this game so I can race a friend in this game, oh my god, I would pay like $6-8 for this game if you could add that multiplayer online, you know, support so I can race my friend. This game would be worth $6.99 easy. If you don't have the multiplayer and the multiplayer doesn't work, I had a little bit of glitch there. I saw the physics were kind of gonked out. One thing I want to try, guys, is driving on the side here. If I race on the side, can I do this to kind of cheat? Looks like I can do this. Oh no, because the racetrack curves, and if you go at any decent speed, it's going to kind of bend you right back onto the road. Okay. So the way the track is laid out is going to prevent you from just racing over on the side and getting an advantage. So good stuff there. Yeah, but even without multiplayer support, if you can make the game look a little bit better, increase the crash sounds, increase the damage, show the damage over on the right-hand side, you know, make it look more appealing, like I'm saying. Yeah, I think this game's about $3.99 game, easy. As long as you fix some of these things. I know it's early access, so please take my suggestions, at least think about them or consider them. Because this game could be so much better. This game could be so much better than it is right now. Also, maybe power-ups. I know you're trying to go for kind of a realistic racing game, but why not give us at least a power-up for a speed boost, or maybe a few points if you collect it. Coins, maybe. Maybe you can collect coins and coins. Maybe you can't change the color of your car until you collect so many coins, and then it costs you, you know, 10 coins to change the color to whatever you want. That would be a cool addition. It would give you a reason to play, rather than just being able to change your car color right from the start. Force the player to have to, you know, play with a blue car or whatever until they earn so many coins that they've collected in races. Obviously, if I have a race and I only collect 3 coins, keep track of that. You know, so if I load up the game tomorrow, I can continue with that 3 coins I earned today, and I can go ahead and continue earning those coins, and eventually I can change the color of my car, and I have that option. You know, I'd make it cost like 10 coins to change your car color or whatever, but make it so you have to play a couple of games anyway before you can change your car color. That'll give you another reason to play the game, keep people hooked and playing. But I like the physics, guys. I like the difference between arcade and realism. You've got it nailed. You've got a lot of the car physics nailed. Just notice a few little bugs. Guys, let's go ahead and grade this game. Value, I'm going to give this game right now, as it is right now, even if he doesn't make any of these changes that I've suggested. 35 out of 40. $1.99 is a good price for this game. I feel the value is really high right now. I think this is a fun little game. It's a lot better than I expected. Fun. Kind of the subjective part of the score, you know, what's fun for me may not be fun for you. But out of 30 points, guys, I'm going to give this game, Highway Junkie, I'm going to give it a 24. 24 out of 30. Pretty surprised by that score, especially for a $1.99 title and somebody's first title on Steam. he's doing really well. Controls and bugs worth 20 points. There's a few little glitches, a few little physics glitches and stuff like that, like the last little crash, kind of, you know, it was kind of freaky looking. Little bugs like that. The graphical tearing at lower resolution. The graphical tearing at lower resolutions is kind of a thing that I'm going to take a couple of points away for as well. And what else? I know there's a couple of other little things that are pretty minor that I didn't like. But overall, you know, not being able to see the high scores and showing the high scores, I'm going to go ahead and give this game a pretty high score, though. I'm going to give it a 14 out of 20. And then last criteria is graphics and sound. How good is the sound? How good is the graphics? I think you could do a little bit better if you added some music, maybe some background rock and roll music or something like that would be cool. Definitely increase the collision sound so we can hear when we crash. That could go a long ways, but right now I think the graphics are pretty good. Even if you're just using assets, you've done a fine job. 6 out of 10 there. Do a couple of those things that I suggested, and I can see some of these scores are definitely rising, especially in the value and in the fun department of this game. But right now, guys, if you add that all up, I said 35 out of 40 for value. I said 24 out of 30 for fun. I said 14 out of 20 for controls and bugs. And I said 6 out of 10 for graphics and sound. Just adding a good, you know, background music track could definitely take that music, graphics and sound up to a 7 just alone right there. But you wind up, guys, with 79% for this game. That's almost an 8 out of 10. That's not a bad deal for $1.99, and it's an early access. So I have a feeling this guy's going to be improving this game, even if he doesn't take all the suggestions I've given him to heart. I feel like this game's probably going to get even better. And if you do some of the things, like I said, to the developer, I really feel like, you know, increasing the price of this game to $2.99 or even $3.99 would be extremely warranted and would still be a great value. So hopefully that's helped you out. If you guys have watched this video and this has sparked you to go buy Highway Junkie, definitely comment down below, let me know. And to the developer, good job and a great first game on Steam. I look forward to seeing what you do with this game and what your next game is as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxtorian. Take care.